According to recent data, 71% of real estate agents didn't close one deal last year. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to choose the right brokerage to align you and your business for success. Not choosing the right brokerage firm could easily put you in the category of the 71% that closed no deals last year. I'm Nick Malinosky with the Exclusive Group, and we have closed $8 billion of luxury real estate sales. Number one, market share. When we're thinking of market share, it's important to sort of understand what we're getting in this business to do. What sector of real estate are you going to sell in? Let me give you an example. If I want to sell condos in brand new buildings, I want to choose the firm that represents the most condo sales in brand new buildings. It wouldn't make sense for me to choose a firm that specializes in single family homes on a lake. So I think it makes sense to really think about what the firm represents and what market they excel in. So for instance, as an example, the firm I work for specializes in luxury real estate, high-end sales. I specialize in oceanfront and intercoastal sales. I want to be with a firm that is an expert in luxury oceanfront property and luxury waterfront property. I think oftentimes new agents or seasoned agents, when looking for a firm, they focus on things that don't really matter to their business. So for instance, I can't tell you how many times I've seen people want to sell commercial real estate and align with a residential firm. That makes no sense. I would be looking for the biggest, largest, best commercial real estate firm within that sector. So market share plays a huge role, and it all depends on what you want to specialize in. So think about and look up the market share within that community to see if it makes sense for you. Number two are the real estate splits, commission splits. Hot topic. Everybody's looking at commission splits. I've been selling real estate for 20 years. When I started out, the splits at some firms were 50-50. Now they go up to 90, 95%, 100% commissions. It doesn't matter what the commission is. You should be asking yourself, is this firm right for me? Within reason, of course. So when I started, some of the best, highest volume brokers in the country were working at a 50 or 60% split, and they were doing great. It's always important to focus on what works for you. I can't tell you how many brokers come up to me and says, well, I'm getting 90 or 95% here or 97%. 97% of zero is still zero. I would focus on what firm is going to be a better fit for you and help you get more business, more listings, more buyers, align with your brand better. Do not focus on the commission split. It's not the right thing to focus on. Like I said, within reason. Go to the firm with the best branding, the firm that aligns with you and your goals and your mission the best. That is far more beneficial to you than following a commission split. If you get twice as much business at another firm at a lower split, it's probably worth it. Because remember, 95% of zero is zero. Number three is current agents. We can call them current agents. We can call them competition. That is something you should be thinking about when choosing your real estate firm. So let's say you're a former hockey player and you're focused on professional hockey players for your buyers. You're going to sell to former NHL players and you have a good niche within that market, and that's your focus. It probably doesn't make sense to go to a firm that also has another former NHL hockey player. So you need to think about where you fit in that firm. If you're an equestrian agent and you have a certain style or a certain community, does it make sense to go to a firm that already has essentially the identical you working for them? You want to be different. You want to come with different options to your clients. So look who is at the firm. Can you work with them? Do you like those agents? Do you see yourself collaborating with them in the future? Does it have the right culture? It is important to see who is at that firm, who the players are, and whether or not you fit in. I've seen this time and time again. People do not even think about this. And they get there and all of a sudden they almost have a twin that's been doing it 20 years more than they have, which chances are that other broker, that other agent's going to take all the business within that sector. So I really want to, have you think of where do you fit in that you can be, the top agent or you can excel. Not going in somewhere where, someone that's very similar to you is already, managing and running the business there. So I think that would go a long way. Definitely important to think about. Number 4 is exposure. This is a tricky subject. So this goes back to sort of the market share, a little bit in branding. What exposure is the firm you're looking to join? What exposure do they provide? Once again, it goes back to your specialty. What are you working on? What do you do? There are so many agents out there that you say, what do you do? And they say, well, I sell real estate. Okay, what kind of real estate? Where do you sell real estate? Oh, I sell all over the state of Florida. Okay. So what do you specialize in? And they can't answer. So you want to be specific with what you're doing, and you want to make sure that firm represents the proper exposure that's going to make it work for you. So for instance, if you're strictly a buyer's agent and you're going to a small firm, let's say you're in Florida, but they don't have any connections to New York or, California, how are you going to get your buyers? Is it just from your own leads? Is that firm going to help you connect? And if they're not, it might not be the best fit. For me personally, I'll give you my own example. I represent some of the finest properties in the world. So when I list an oceanfront property at $30 or $40 million, I want to make sure the exposure of my firm is connecting me with those agents, first of all, and the buyers. Where is my firm located? We're located in the Hamptons, located in the city. We're located in California, in Aspen. We have international partners. We are in all of those super high-end locations, and that's all I'm focused on. I sell oceanfront, intercoastal property, beach area property. It's all I do. All I care about for my firm is their exposure, reaching me to the clients and agents and the network that I need to help sell those properties. So if you just sell local condos in a very small location, you probably don't need a big international firm if everything's sort of in-house and close. But you need to align yourself with a firm that's going to expose your properties to that network that you need to get your property sold. So oftentimes, I see a lot of agents start at smaller firms because they have their own book of business. That's fine. But if you want to grow and you want to excel in the luxury real estate brand, you absolutely need the exposure. So for me, the exposure of my firm is 100% why I'm there, and it means everything to me in my business. Number 5 is training. Do you need training? Are you a new agent? Are you a seasoned agent? What form of training do you need? As an example, I don't need training. Not that I'm a professional in everything, but it's something where it's not needed for me personally. I have my own network. I've got my own marketing team. I've got my own attorneys. I've got my own accountants. I have an in-house team that is all working for us. But I think when you're getting into the business, training could be absolutely incredible. So if you're getting in, or even a seasoned vet that's looking for more training, some of these firms provide excellent training. They bring in great speakers. They put you in front of the people and clients that you need that can give you information based on past experience. I would put a heavy focus on that and figure out what works for you. Number 6 is technology. So technology these days is sort of a tricky subject. So many of the new innovative firms provide technology. I think I would ask yourself, what technology are you going to actually use? I would say the technology that I use is really the database. As part of my business, I just want to make sure my firm has the technology for me to connect with the other agents. As far as emails go and marketing goes, for me personally, it's not as important, because I have my in-house teams. We have our marketing firm. We have all that already set up. But if you're a new agent, you absolutely need technology. You need to be able to bang an email out quick, get a contract. You absolutely have to be able to have access to all of these tools. We have, many people that work under us that are specific to contracts, creating emails, Instagram, Facebook. We have all those individuals. And it's extremely pricey. I mean, for anybody that'll tell you that's running a team or doing a lot of business, it's extremely pricey when having all these people helping you. So in the beginning, or even if you don't have a big team or this staff behind you, technology can play a massive role in you getting into the real estate game. You are going to need somebody to help with contracts. You're going to need somebody to, upload your email templates in seconds, branding, listing presentations to get ready for listing appointments. The list goes on. And as a new agent, if you don't have that, that's going to be very, very difficult for you. So as part of your search when looking for a firm, I would put a strong emphasis on technology. I think most of the seasoned agents that have been doing it for 15, 20 years plus, they have their own, systems. But I certainly getting into the game and choosing a firm, technology's got to be on the forefront of your decision. It's vital, especially in today's world. Yeah, but I get it. You don't have to be with a big firm or necessarily a firm that makes sense to you, or you may have a firm with a better split and it makes sense for you with where you are. I totally understand it, but what I can promise you is I'm directly speaking to the agents and the brokers and the people that want to excel. So if you're fine, running your business the way it is, and you're okay with selling what you're selling and you're comfortable, I'm really not talking to you. You've got your own thing going, that's fine. I'm talking to the agents and the people that want to get after it, that want to excel in their business, that want to take it to the next step. And in that case, you have to think about the things we just discussed in this video, because it's only going to help. And I can promise you, we go to listing appointments all the time and we don't get the listing. It's hard out there. It's a grind for everybody. And when you're playing at this level, you need absolutely every possible advantage that you could get that's going to help you in attaining that business, retaining the client, being introduced to new clients. Yes, I understand you don't need a firm with all these attributes, but I can tell you when you're playing, in the big leagues and you want to win and you want to be more successful than not, it is absolutely vital to choose the right firm. To recap: 1, market share; 2, commission split; 3, current agents; 4, exposure; 5, training; and 6, technology. Consider these 6 factors when choosing the right brokerage for you. If you found this video helpful and want to check out more, check out our video we did with Jake Lecce on the Miami real estate market in the video above.